The eighth edition of Pariksha Pe Charcha of the Prime Minister has been coming on air, and joining us is someone who has actually featured in one of those 8 episodes. The Prime Minister's office is experimenting completely with a new format where they have achievers and influencers speak to students. Joining us is Revant, who is better known as the Food Farmer, is an Indian health and nutrition influencer. He is known for spreading awareness of clean eating choices and reading food labels in a humorous manner. Revant, thank you so much. How was the experience being part of an episode of Pariksha Pe Charcha, which had several successful people like you from different walks of life?
No, it was very, very amazing to be a part. Everyone was extremely warm, both the organizers as well as the students. The students especially were like really amazing to interact with. They were like very chirpy, asking questions. And I think it's a very important initiative because we need to relieve the stress of students during the exam because they get extremely stressed out. So everyone needs to come together and support them and encourage them to do the best without taking too much stress. So I really enjoyed the event overall.
Okay, so how did you handle exam stress? Tell us about your story, and did you share some tips with the students regarding your methodologies of handling the exam stress?
Yes, to be very honest, I used to get very, very stressed. Partly because I had never used to study beforehand. So the last few days I would stay up very late and stay up till 2, 3 a.m. and it was very, very stressful for me. And there was a lot of pressure also to do well, to compete, to get good ranking and things like that. So I did try to share some tips. One was try to, as much as possible, be prepared in advance so that you don't have to pull in all-nighters and things like that. Second is to try to keep sleep intact as much as possible. If not 8 hours, of course, it's not possible, but at least if you can sleep for 6 hours during the exam periods. Third was, I say this one line all the time, the word stressed, if you invert it, if you reverse it, basically, it becomes desserts. Basically, it's just a fun way of saying the more stressed we are, the more we crave junk food. So we should really try to manage our stress because that will really help us, not only our mental health, but our physical health as well, because our mental health will be better because we are less stressed. But our physical health will also be better because we'll crave lesser junk food because our food affects our mood. So these were some quick pointers which I told to the students.
Yes, and Revant, this is the 8th edition of Pariksha Pe Charcha, and it has gone outside in the nature. I mean, showing old world Gurukul style where students are studying under a banyan tree and they are interacting with the Prime Minister. Do you think that outdoor sessions actually have better impact? Students take it more positively?
Of course, I mean, he is essentially the most important person in our country. So when he speaks to the students, of course, it has a major impact. The students take him, of course, very seriously. And they look up to him as a mentor, as a teacher. So when he tells something around like take less stress, prepare yourself well, and whatever other messages he has, students take it very, very seriously and to their heart. So it's a very important initiative, and we definitely need such guidance when we are young.
Last question. What did you share with the students regarding their food habits during exams?
Regarding food habits, it was like, to try to eat on time as much as possible. Like, don't eat right before you're sleeping because then you feel very heavy. And the next day in your exam as well, you may, suffer potentially. Is to try to keep some handy. Second thing is to try to keep some handy snacks, healthy snacks like roasted chana or makhana with you, which you're like, if you're hungry and even late night you're studying hypothetically, then you can have some of these snacks rather than, having a chocolate or a noodles at night when you're feeling hungry at like 11 p.m. or something like that. It is also a lot around sleep. I know food and sleep are two different things, but a lot around sleep. Again, as I said, like, try to sleep on time, and because if you pull in all-nighters, the chances are that the next day you're not going to remember most of what you studied, because our brain sometimes forgets what we studied. So lot of pointers like that is also to have, like, have high fiber foods as much as possible, so that it keeps the digestion good. Have some probiotics like curd. So yeah, these were some of the examples and suggestions which we gave to the students.
All right, Revant, pleasure speaking to you.